Welcome to week 4, project 4. In today's lesson we're going to visualize cylinders and what they look like whenever they've been something done to them, maybe a cut into it or something to that effect. And it's not too difficult when you're drawing these things in an orthographic multi-view. I want to show you that. First thing I want to do is I want to pull up this isometric view of this cylinder. Now it's a cylinder. It's got two different diameters to it. Got a step here. Now it's got a slice that goes all the way through this, as you can see. Now I'll show you how to draw this in a Multi-Vue Orthographic, top, front, and right side. And basically what I want to do is go into AutoCAD, and first thing I want to do is jump into AutoCAD, and I want to minimize this so I can actually see that drawing. This one, I'll minimize it just a little bit so I can kind of, just like that, and that way I can kind of zoom in and get some dimensions as I draw. Now, I want to draw the side view of this first as a front view. I want to draw it on this side, but I want to do a front view. So I want to do a top, front, and right side on my Multi-Vue Orthographic. So I want to start out, I'm going to go straight across the top here. Just hit my line, bring it straight across, and click over here so I can see what that length is. It's 4 going up to the shoulder, and I don't have a dimension over here from here to here, so let's take a look and see what that is. 1.5, so it's going to be 4 plus 1.5 is 5.5. So I could get back over in this screen. I'm just going to type in 5.5 using my direct line method. Alright, now the diameter over here, well, from the top of it to down here is 0.89. So come over here, direct line method again, 0.89. And let's see what else we've got. And I'll need a dimension over here, going off the main top there to the midpoint there. It's not exactly the way that I want it to dimension though. And it looks like 1.39. So get back over here, and I want to go only to back to the shoulder, which is 4 inches. 4 inches, and then I want to drop this one down. It said, what was it now? 1.39. And that's going from the main top up here. So what I want to do is I'm just going to draw me a line down like that. Offset 1.39. I'm just manipulating this just a little bit. So it's going to stop right there. I just use my trim functions. Back up here at my line again, snapping those endpoints. And of course, this line right here would go all the way up to right there. Because you can see how this, if you're looking at it from a side view, you'd have this line right here. Alright, you got that view. Now I want to do my right side view. This is my front view, so I'm just going to project over. I'm going to project over, and I want to project over. We'll line that one up. I'll just put it in there again, make it a little easier. Alright. Now, I'm just going to hit my nearest button, kind of free float a line, and just bring it straight up. And then line right off of this point, bring it straight up. Line right off this one, bring it up. I'll go ahead and I'll grab this line and bring it up. Now I'm just going to grab myself a line, and I'll use my nearest again. Just going to free float it up through here. And I want to send it across. So now make things a little easier, I'll pull that up there, kind of get the mess, kind of the clutter out of it. Put my 45-degree miter line in, make sure this is on 45. Line, grab that, 45. Alright, now up here on this top we know a few things about this. We know that the diameter is a radius of 1. Okay, so the diameter would be 2. So let's offset, do 2 inches. And then we can either trim these or bring them in like this. As you can see. Alright, so that right there is my radius of 2 inches. This right here is a radius of 1/2. So basically I want to find the midpoint. I just control right click to do that. And hit my offset, and I'm going to go 1/2 inch on both sides. And takes care of that. So now I'm just going to go in here and trim this fella out. So far this is what we've got for the top and the front view. I'm going to go ahead and transfer some stuff over, and that is this line here, so I can go ahead and grab it where that crosses and bring it down just like that. I can also from this point to this point bring that line down, and I can grab this one and bring this line down from here and just do a little trim work on it. All this is going up through here, isn't it? Trim, trim, trim. And we'll just leave those so we can see what we're dealing with. Now over here, we know that this is round, right? And this is round, so, but they're just stopping at these certain points. Now, we need to find the center point of this. And to do so, I'm going to put my center line in. Probably the best to do that. The center line of this would be a radius of 0.5, so that was where we need to go, would be offset again, 0.5. So this right here would actually be our center line going across, because now, let me redo that again. I accidentally hit the delete button. If you look at this one, this and this are concentric. They're on the same center line, so that makes it really easy to draw this thing up. I can go over here now and hit my circle, and there's different ways you can do this. I'm just going to bring it over like this and bring this over. Right in the center of that, I want to put a center radius in. Hit my midpoint. And I want to bring this one to right there. And I want to bring this one to right there. Because remember, we're dealing with depth here. We pulled our depth off this, so this should actually be exactly the right dimension now. So we can kind of start cleaning this thing up. Just like that. And honestly, we don't need these lines anymore. We got all that figured out. And we don't need this line anymore, or this one, or this one. Delete that, delete that, delete that. And we can take now and trim it, or just take and grab the grips and pull them in. So this is what this thing is going to look like if you was looking at it straight on the right side, looking down through there. So now, with that known, how in the world is this top piece going to look like? This view right here is completely done. This view is completely done. So what in the world is this going to look like up here on the top? I'll show you how to figure that. Basically, all you got to do is hit that point and bring it up, hit your line, bring it across, and you're going to see something. Alright. Let's go ahead and do the other one before we get too far along. Let it cross there, bring it back. There. To there. So this right here, this little in between here, this little rectangle, that is the roundness of this part. Y'all see that? That's the roundness. This is the part that's been cut. Now, this little small half-inch radius has been cut as well, so we've got to do it the same way. See, right here was the line that's showing the cut, so you're seeing, remember that little small rectangle? That's that little area right here to here that you're seeing up here on the top view. Catch that, bring it up. Okay, again, this little rectangle here represents the area that you're seeing from this quadrant to this point. Now, the only thing that you've got to do, you see where this thing comes in here with this, it's all this cut is on the same level, coming back to the same plane. So all you've got to do is there won't be no line right here. This area, this piece right here into this piece is all look like a T. So we got to get rid of this piece right there that's in between it. So it'll look like this right here. So your top view, when you're looking at it, this right here represents from the quadrant, from this quadrant to this point right here. That's that. This is the slice going down it. And again, over here's the same thing from the quadrant to this point. That's this rectangle. Over here, the big slice area is from there, this line I'm hitting on right now, this is this big slice area. And again, the little small rectangle would be from the quadrant to that point, looking up here on the top. And to show it in a little bit better, this is, go ahead and delete this out. This is your top, front, and right side views of this if you draw it up orthographically in multi-views. I want to show you this in 3D real quick. I should have that open here. Let me find it. There it is, Project 4. There's the front view of it, and it's kind of hard to see how it's shaded, but there's this piece of the diameter. There's the cut coming across. When we turn it around, there's the top view. Now you all see how that looks when I draw it in closer? There's that rectangle. There's the cut. There's a rectangle, or there's that little rectangle. You see that and that? And then when we turn it around back to the front view and then turn it to the right hand side view, that's what you get. And then you go back to AutoCAD and it looks just like that. So that's how you visualize and draw a cylinder that's had a slice through it at some point.